Rangilaki Mave suffered a traumatic injury to the brain after being involved in a serious car crash. Her rehabilitation has involved relearning key life skills. Today, Rangi has work experience at the Raukatauri Music Therapy Centre.
I love coming here. It's challenging to help and get my mind in order.
Rangi helps out by setting up the therapy rooms before the clients arrive.
Look at a picture to show exactly where to put things. I'm helping out the receptionist. I'm just doing little things like filing and photocopying. It's just like following instructions, and I hope that I can do it in the right order, which I know I can.
The experience has given Rangi a few ideas for future work.
I thought, yeah, that's what I like to do, like be like a little receptionist sort of thing.
George has been doing some casual hours up the road at Pastor Italia, and I think he's helping there in their downtime, just clearing tables.
Hey, Sue.
It's working really well for him because it gives him an opportunity just to serve and to give something back.
This is my part-time job, and I normally just at the end of the day, I put the chairs into position and put them away with the table. Sweep the floors afterwards, which is the most fun part of the job. I love the fact that you're helping other people, and I've got millions of friends that come to this cafe, so it's socialisation half the time.
2.5 years after his crash, George is keen to move forward and is about to audition for a place at Excel School of Performing Arts.
But maybe you didn't read my letters at all. Or maybe you didn't exist. I want to become an actor. Well, obviously I'm already on TV as you see me right now, but I'm not aiming to be Brad Pitt or anything. I need looks for that. But I want to just be a normal person that acts normal, is normal, has a normal job, just normality.
He does like to ham things up sometimes, and I think he'll do a good job. I think he'll do very well.
But on the day of the audition, George is feeling nervous. This is the second time he's tried to get in here.
I auditioned for the same School of Performing Arts before for singing, but apparently I wasn't the type of singer that they needed. In other words, no thanks.
To be or not to be, that is the question.
So he auditioned, and I was quite impressed with, it was clear he did have a brain injury, and he's a bit of a joker. He likes to make jokes every 5 seconds.
Against the sea of trouble. And by opposing. And by opposing.
Normally I don't audition every student, but I was called in to have the final say. He was able, with a bit of coaching, to be encouraged to jump boldly into things and do things without thinking and go with offers and suggestions that were made.
In his Grey Lynn home studio, Craig Ellis is preparing works for an upcoming exhibition. Something even a year ago would have been impossible.
Perfect. Still had like such large amounts of fatigue to deal with. I think it would have been more powerful at the time if I could have done it, but like everything, you can't do it all. Here we go. This new work, which is got a lot more kind of expression and is much freer, and visually my brain can handle looking at this now, when in the beginning that's where I was. Anything more than that, and actually in the start all of that would have been way too much as well, even though it's just like one colour and black. It's just all that information there would have just overloaded me. So yeah, it's just proof again where I am with my healing journey.
Things have also got a lot better for Steve Devine, and he's now working full-time.
It's been life-changing, really. Like, it's from the start of last year, when Steve was told he could still only work 10 hours a week, to then getting a job that was full-time, working for the Auckland Rugby Union as the manager.
I enjoy working hard, but I just know that I need to get the odd afternoon kip in, just to recharge the battery.
And after 5 months of Excel drama course,
Hey, how you going?
George is making giant steps into the future.
I think he has developed the ability to push himself a little bit more, whereas when he started out he gave up quicker. And I think he's had a little bit of a sense that he's capable of more than he expected that he was. And I think, yeah, he believes in himself, I think.
Dude, but we are not driving straight forward anymore. This is not the way to drive a car. I'm spinning and spinning, and my head feels like there is a hook tearing through it. Stop!
Okay, go again. That was good concentration, George. He does have some little seed of something when it comes to film acting, especially. I don't know if he'd had the stamina for the stage.
But I can't even remember what happened. I can't even relive it properly.
I think he's quite a stylish young guy. He's nice looking and he does have a sensitivity.
I feel comfortable with the person that I am. I don't feel like I'm damaged. I feel like I'm George Kenny, you know? Yeah. I'm not an injury. I am a human being. So I know that I am just as good as anyone else. Yeah, so I think I'm doing pretty damn good, yeah. What about you?
I spent a few weeks in a coma.
Like George, Rangi has also taken on a performance role, speaking at community events, like this youth offenders seminar about brain injury.
Nothing in the past matters when it comes to taking your next step into the future. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou.
3.5 years after his last brain injury, it's the opening night of Craig Ellis's new exhibition, aptly titled, Give Up? No Way.
I'm really stoked, you know, like the show looks really good. It's really strong, and it does really show my journey from the real full-on stages which are overwhelming and dark times, but then there's a bit of humour, and then it moves on to the positive side and not giving up, just hanging on with everything you've got and hoping it will get better.
And all of Craig's hard work has just paid off, as a member of the public has just bought one of his paintings.
Awesome, that's great. Cole's very, very happy. I just bought it and I love the Mickey take of the old racist stuff, and you've actually said hopes for it.
Cool, thank you.
I think it's great how he's sharing his story through art, and so everyone can kind of understand it and relate to it.
And some of his work in there has got some really powerful messages, but it's interesting hearing what people are saying as they're looking at the pieces and walking around, how they are reading into it.
I've got this out there that people can see, and hopefully they can get a bit of understanding of what a horrendous journey having a brain injury is, and what it can do to people and their lives, and just to have a little bit more understanding, and even people with brain injury to provide them some hope and not to give up. It does get better, even though it doesn't seem like it's going to. Like, I'm living proof of it, it does get better.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.